Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Tiffany and tonight I'm doing a relaxing clean and declutter / organize with me. I'm kind of just tackling everything that was really bothering me. So I did my shoe closet, the junk drawers, and just really did a good clean. Today's video is also a collaboration with my good friend Katie Satilli. I absolutely love Katie. She actually showed me the ropes of YouTube before I even had like 2 subscribers, so I'm forever grateful for her. She is also a mom of 3, 2 boys and a girl, and her videos are just so motivating, so make sure you check her out. I will have her video linked in the description below, but she's also doing a relaxing nighttime clean. Katie also makes tons of lifestyle related videos, vlogs, cooking type things, reviews, hauls, so please tell her that Tiffany sent you. So let's get right into this. First, I'm putting on my favorite song right now, that's Without Me by Halsey, and I'm kind of just giving you an overview of the hot mess that my house is. It's 6:34 and I didn't finish this video until about 10:30, so although these videos seem really short, I'm being realistic, and it took me 3 hours to do all of this. So the first thing I'm doing is just cleaning up the kitchen. We had just finished dinner down here and I'm just putting everything away where it's supposed to be. Also, my husband has like a really bad stomach virus, so I had like a 4th child this week, so I really just could not stay on top of everything the way I usually do. So that's why there's like a little bit of extra mess in the kitchen tonight. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that you see I'm taking this off of my refrigerator. This is my meal plan for the week. I recorded this video on Friday and I'm posting it on Sunday. So on Fridays are the days that I really like to erase this meal plan and clean out the fridge as well as clean out the pantry, which you'll see in this video as well. But this really helps me with meal planning and making my grocery list so that I'm not buying things we already have and I'm not forgetting to buy things that we don't have. So this is just like a really good tip. I love this little like magnetic board. It was from Target, probably like $3. I've had it for years though, but I know they make similar things. So now I'm just taking everything out of my fridge, throwing out anything that has gone bad, and kind of just making a mental note of the things that we need and the things that we have, because that's how I meal plan. I meal plan based on what we have and then I get extra ingredients. Now that everything is out, I'm just grabbing some Method Anti-Bac and going to clean out my fridge. Also, I wanted to mention that this under my sink area where all my cleaning supplies are, including the little shower rod, I do have a really old video on how I did all of that because I get questions on that often. But yes, I do have a video on that and I'll try to find it and link it in the description box below. So I'm just letting that anti-bac sit in my fridge for a while to really get rid of all of the grime and germs, and I'm just organizing now some things that I have. If you watch my videos, you know that I really just don't like extra packaging on things. So I was taking the yogurts out of the boxes and just organizing things that way. I also do that with the snacks. I like to put things in containers. I do have some bags, but I try to get rid of packaging as much as possible because it just makes things look more organized and feel more neat. Now that the fridge is nice and organized, I'm moving on to the pantry. It's not super messy by any means, but I'm kind of just tidying it up because I do have 2 little toddlers who can easily get into the snack drawer, so it gets messed up quite often. However, I just like to kind of tidy it up before I go grocery shopping again to see what I have and what I need. I also find that the kids really wind up eating more when things are organized and visible to them. So I try to buy healthy snacks since they are really big snackers, and just have them visible for them to choose, and I find that that really helps them to just eat more. When I do have bagged items like chips, I like to cut off the excess baggage and kind of use a chip clip, and I feel like that helps the bags of chips and things like that stay more organized.
You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna.
As you saw in my spring clean and decorate with me, I got these little glass jars from TJ Maxx, and I've kind of just been like messing around with what I want to put in them. So I'm just putting these little healthy snacks in here for the boys to see, and kind of want them. And then otherwise there's teething cookies for the baby. Now I'm just putting some lavender into my diffuser because this is a relaxing nighttime clean with me, and lavender relaxes me like nothing else. I seriously have bottles and bottles of lavender, and I order it every single month because I use it every single night. Okay, so who else has a junk drawer in their kitchen? I know I feel like junk drawers are universal across the entire universe, but are yours in your kitchen? I don't know. My junk drawers are in my kitchen, and yes, drawers plural. I have 2 junk drawers, and they drive me crazy because there's such random things that I really just don't even know where to put them, as you'll see here. But first I'm just like kind of getting all these random crumbs out, and I'm going to vacuum them out. Next, I'm just trying my best to categorize everything, throw away things that have no purpose, as well as put things where they need to be. Eventually this summer, we are going to be redoing our mudroom / laundry room. This cabinet has been here since we moved in, and it makes no sense. The other side of the cabinet is pantry items, and then this side of the cabinet is shoes and bags. So we have an abundance of shoes and bags that I don't even know all that's in here. And so I'm taking absolutely everything out, KonMari style, and going through it, and I wind up donating a ton of stuff. Who needs this many shoes? Nobody, because I didn't even know half these shoes were in here. Some of these sneakers are over 5 years old, and everything in this video that you see going into garbage bags is going to be donated to our local shelter. The first thing that I'm doing is putting the shoes into pairs and going from there. First, I want to see everything that we have and then get rid of things that I know either don't fit or that I just don't wear. Now I'm dumping out these little baskets, and these are all of the kids' shoes. So my goal is to have one basket be for Ella, one for Tanner, and one for Carter. I'm dumping all of these out because half of them don't even fit. I don't know about you, but my kids' feet grow so fast that we go through shoes like crazy around here. I also just want to mention that I am a hoarder of a couple of things. I'm very neat, I'm very organized, and I like to be minimal with most things if I can. However, I know for a fact that the few things that I buy too much of are shoes and planner supplies. Those are like my two downfalls of things that I pretty much hoard. What are some things that you buy that you know that you buy too much of but you just can't help yourself? The first thing I'm doing is putting all of the bags back in this bigger portion of the cabinet, and then I will get started on Chris's shoes up top because he has the least shoes out of all of us. Then I'm moving down here, and I'm going to put my shoes in these, wow, I'm using 3 of these cabinets. It's pretty bad. Okay, that looks so much better. So now I'm moving into the kitchen. Again, I know it's strange, but I wanted to organize everything first because I find that when I do that, I make small messes organizing. Like I get crumbs on the floor or like papers and things like that. However, I feel like if I organize first and then clean, it's just more productive and it makes more sense that way because I wind up sweeping at the end and just all of that stuff. I feel like it cuts down the time. If I were to clean and then organize, I'd have to clean again. So I just put all of the dishes that were out drying away, as well as loaded the dishwasher, and now I'm just hand washing any items that are left in the sink.
Created a space in my head, it was empty, but I know that I want to be where you are.
Now I'm just cleaning the strainer, putting some dish soap into the sink, and just giving it a good scrub.
Did not recognize the person that's inside. We have a purpose, but to take that leap, you must recognize the person that's inside.
After I got done scrubbing out the sink, I realized that I needed to change the water in my basil and in my flowers. So my basil is still kicking after like 2 weeks of having it. I know I asked you guys what I should do to keep it fresh. It may be on its last leg, but I still have hopes and dreams of someday having my own herb garden. I just need somebody to tell me what to do because every time I try, all my herbs just die. I did wind up re-cleaning the sink after I changed the water in my plants, and I forgot to hit record. So after I got finished re-cleaning my sink, I put away all the dishes and just sterilized my pump parts. And now I'm going to get started on wiping down all of the counters, and for that I'm just using the Mrs. Meyer's Peony Scented Multi-Surface Spray. And I do still have a Grove link for you to get free cleaning products, and I will put that in the description box below. I'm also just taking out my cooktop cleaner that I'll be using, which is the Meyer's Baking Soda, and the Pledge that I will be using for my refrigerator. I really do find cleaning the stovetop to be just so satisfying, kind of like how I feel about cleaning out my sink. I really have been liking this cleaner as well. So I'm just going to rub everything in and then wipe it down. And in one of my previous videos, I showed you how things were really stuck on my glass cooktop and I just could not get it off. So you all told me that I needed to get a razor blade, and that's just what I did, and I'm loving it. So thank you so much for that recommendation. So I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. Some people say you don't have to let it sit. I just feel like it really cleans the cooktop more when I let it sit. So while that's sitting, I'm going to wipe down my fridge using my favorite cleaner for the fridge, which is the Pledge Multi-Surface. And I think it just smells so amazing.
The world stops spinning. My head is spinning too. Time stops when I'm falling for you.
So I'm just using a wet cloth to wipe everything down. You can use a dry cloth. I just feel like it takes much longer, and the wet cloth kind of works just as well for me. And now I'm using my razor to clean the cooktop. And although it's tedious, I think it's really satisfying. But I'm also that weird person that likes to peel off sunburnt skin and pop pimples. So maybe that just says something about me.
Saw you. My world stopped spinning. Now my world revolves around you. Did your heart stop when you first saw me? Did your world stop spinning? Does your world revolve around me? Me too. Me too. Should I stop when falling for me? Is your world stop spinning? Is your head spinning too?
Now I'm just using a good old-fashioned broom because sometimes that's what you need for the crumbs. And so yeah, good old-fashioned broom tonight. And then I'm going to follow that up with some mopping with my O-Cedar mop. And I get tons of questions about where my mop is from. I have a whole Amazon store with all the products that I use, so I will link my Amazon store in the description box below.
What you wanna be, and I can feel, but you laugh at me. Take me to a place I'm calling for. Open up the doors I'm knocking on. I'm losing control. Be the one to lead my fantasy. Show you, baby, your hands all over me. No, I'll never let go. 'Cause now I'm falling for love. Now I'm falling for love. Now I'm falling for you. Now I'm falling for love. Now I'm falling for love. Now I'm falling for you. And I'm losing my mind for the days, 'cause you and I will never fade. And I could be what you wanna be, and I can feel but you lie for me. Take me to a place I'm calling for. Open up the doors I'm knocking on. No, I'm losing control. Be the one to leave my fantasy. Show you crave your hands all over me. No, I'll never let go. 'Cause now I'm falling for love. I'm falling now. I'm falling for love. 'Cause now I'm falling for love.
So now I'm just emptying all of that dirty mop water into our laundry room sink. And that is it for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed it and it gave you some motivation. I wanted to include this little clip here of exactly how I kind of just rinse out the mop bucket, as well as what I do for my mop head, because I do get questions on that a lot. So I'm just using some really hot water to rinse out the mop bucket, and really hot water on the mop head itself. Then I'm going to put it back into my O-Cedar bucket and spin the brush out to dry it out. I'm going to then put the mop up to let it air dry, and then rinse out the mop bucket one more time. And I usually use the same mop head for a little while unless it gets like really gross. It is a white mop head, so you can see if it's visibly like really dirty, but they sell replacements, and that's what I usually use for the mop heads. I just replace it when it's overly dirty. So again, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to check out Katie Satilli's video, because like I said, she's just an all-around amazing person and she makes great content, so I know that you'll love her.